Greetings and salutations, YouTubers. This is ZillaFan85. I'm back today with my latest video. Today I'm going to go ahead and do something a little bit different from my normal figure reviews. I actually wanted to go ahead and do a review on my car. So, basically the story being, I did actually have this car. I purchased it on July 4th of last year, 2021, so I've actually had it now just over a year. So I thought it'd be kind of a cool little thing, branching out a little bit and actually trying to delve into doing a car review. I do love cars, especially sporty type cars, and so I was kind of looking forward to this. So this car is a 2021 Kia Forte GT, which again, it is their sport trim, their performance model, and it was a car I did a lot of research on before I finally decided to pull the trigger and get it. I was also looking at the Hyundai Elantra N line, but you know, that didn't pan out, so I ended up getting this car. You know, if I did hold out a little bit longer, I know this year Hyundai released the Hyundai Elantra N, which is their real full-on performance version. That from everything I've seen, that's a pretty awesome car. But nonetheless, I'm still very happy with my purchase. I do love my car, and so I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a review of it. Pretty much everything is stock on here. I just made a couple very minor modifications, nothing to the engine or anything like that. But let's go ahead and delve into the review here. I'm going to try to make this fairly brief, and I will let you guys know, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do a test drive, but I will try to fire it up to give you the cold start and try to rev the engine a little bit just so you guys can hear the exhaust. But let's go ahead and jump into this here. So we're going to start at the front end. So as you guys can see, there are actually these lines that run across the hood here, which is pretty cool. I definitely like the design choice on that, and it kind of bows out, and then you got the Kia badge, which is their older style. They obviously have updated that Kia badge now, but just kind of looking down, you got that tiger nose grille, as Kia calls it here, and as you can see on the GT trim, you actually do have these red accents across the whole of that grille. And then of course you got a nice GT badge right there too, which I really love the way that looks. I think it's awesome. So, and then of course moving down here, you got the front splitter area, you got the fog lights there. You do have LED headlamps there. Very, very cool with that little crosshatch design. That has been, they have updated the 2022 look on here, but I still really, really love what they've done here. You got the turn signals there. I believe those are halogen. And then, of course, along the bottom edge of that front splitter, now that's one of my two very minor modifications. I added the red vinyl stripe there just because I wanted to give it just a little bit of a more aggressive, sportier look even. The 2022 model, actually, they have a little bit different of a front fascia here, and actually the fog lights, there's like a little sort of like almost like this sort of like crosshatch area, and there's actually red accents along where the fog lights are for the 22 models. I thought that was really cool, so just kind of taking a little bit off of that's where kind of gave me the idea to add this this red vinyl stripe going across the front grille. So as you guys can see there, that was my first time doing it, so it's not 100% accurate, but I'm still pretty happy with the way that it came out. So again, another look at the front hood there in the front of the vehicle. Now this color, they call it the gravity gray, so it's like a gunmetal gray. I think it looks really sharp. I really, really do like it. And we're moving off to the sides here. And you can see these tires. These are 18-inch wheels. You got the two-tone finish on that, and then of course the red accents where the Kia badge is there. I think that's a very nice touch. That's also supposed to be part of their sportier trim, and you can see these are 225 R40s. Very, very awesome. Really like the tires there, the wheels. See along the side here, now you have the blacked out side mirrors there with the turn signal added in there. And you got these side skirts along here as well, which are also in a gloss black. I think that's pretty cool. Now this gloss black, it would pop a little bit more on a lighter color. I still think it looks pretty good on the gray. To me, I think the best color on this car is probably the blue from what I've seen, but I'm still very, very happy with the gray. Really, really do like it. You got the handles there where it's got the keyless entry. Very, very awesome. Another look here, and as you can see also the windows. Now this was sort of the other very minor modification that I made, where I got windows tinted. But where I live, it gets very, very hot and humid, especially this time of year, you know, summertime. So really, really does help to have the tint. And as we move down the side towards the back there, now if you can call that a modification, I don't know, but that's my little classic Sonic logo sticker there. I'm a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan, so just wanted to point that out. Now you do see the blacked out shark fin antenna as well, which I think is pretty cool. Again, you see the tint on the rear here, the rear window. Open down, you got that Kia, the older style Kia badge again. And you see the Forte there. You got this LED light for the tail lights that run all the way across, giving it that little extra of a sporty touch on there. I like the way that that looks. And again, the GT badge on the back as well here. Pulling it down. Oh, before I do that, you do get this nice blacked out deck lid spoiler as well. Not too loud and flashy, but I think it's pretty cool. First time I've had a car that I've had a spoiler, so I definitely appreciate that. And moving down here, you do have the twin dual tipped exhaust, and this is actually a sport tune exhaust on this vehicle. So when I do the cold start, I'll try to let you guys hear it. Hopefully it works out well. And then also highlighting the aggressiveness, you also got this. Now this is an actual red accent that they have running across the back here. So this is actually part of the vehicle itself from stock. So very, very cool. I like that. And just kind of walking it back up to the other side, and then we'll take a little peek on the inside of the vehicle as well. Just to kind of showcase again, one more little look-see around. And I'm not trying to get too in-depth, folks, but just to kind of show you guys. Actually, before we take a look at the inside, let me go ahead and pop the trunk for you just so we can take a quick little peek. There is actually, you can set it for the motion sensor so that when you walk up to it, it'll automatically open, but you can always pop it that way. And of course, you got the notch on the inside as well. You guys can see a very, very roomy trunk. You do have this, the pull latches here for the 60-40 split if you want to pull the seats down. And then otherwise, the trunk itself, it's actually 15.3 cubic feet. So very, very nice. One of the largest in class. And then, of course, too, you lift this up and you get your spare tire there, which is always, always appreciated. So, very nice little look-see there. Get your close hatch. And just pop open the door here. Take a look at the front end, the business end here. Starting down there, you do have the aluminum brushed pedals. You got the dead pedal, the brake, and the accelerator. So hopefully the camera picks that up for you guys so you can see. Very, very awesome. I really love that. You got all your latches. I'm not going to go too in depth here. Now you do have the analog gauges, but you got that digital center display there. You can see it's showing for the door open right now. Now this, my model, it's the 7-speed dual clutch. So it's the, you know, the automated manual or the automatic, you know, if you will, because of the DCT. So it's got the paddle shifters on the sides here, pretty nice. I personally, I don't know how to drive manual. I would maybe like to eventually learn stick shift, but, you know, definitely very much enjoy this DCT. It's got the really nice leather laced steering wheel here, nice grips on them, and it does actually have the red accent on the steering wheel as well. And then what I especially love with the steering wheel is the D shape, the flat bottom steering wheel, and it's got the GT badging right there. Got a lot of GT badging on this car. I really love it. They really customize it. You got your 8-inch infotainment screen there, and it does have wired Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. So just to let you guys know. Now you got your standard climate control gauges. This particular one does not have the dual zone climate control, but that's okay. Got the shifter there, again with the leather upholstery and the red accents right there. As well, these seats here, just to show you guys. Now the GT2 package has the all leatherette seats. This I do not have that. I actually kind of prefer these. These are like the combo cloth and leatherette. And again, you got the red stitching along the seats there. You got the, again, GT embroidery on both sides of the vehicles. These are like the sport type bucket seats here. Very cool, but not too aggressive, the bolstering on them. I find it very comfortable. You got nice cup holders there. You got a nice storage area there. No wireless charging or any of that, but you do have your 12 volt here, and then the aux, and then the 2 USBs there, and then you got your center console and another USB charging port there. Nice size holder. You got your glove compartment there. Very nice. You got a little bit of storage area on the doors there, as you guys can see. The GT2 does give you the upgraded Harman Kardon sound system, but for the standard stock speakers, these are not bad at all. I really like the Stinger inspired air vents here on either side. Very cool. I like this silver that goes across there, and you do actually have a GT logo there that lights up different colors depending on what drive mode you're in. So very cool, guys. Again, more of the red stitching on the doors as well. See it on the seats once more, along with the red piping. Just a quick little look-see at the back there. So again, with the cloth leatherette combo there, and again, more of the red stitching along the rear seats here. Pretty comfortable. You got some air vents there. Now you can see, let's see here if I can pick it up. Yeah, not really going to showcase here, but I'm pretty comfortable. I'm only about 5'7", but still I have quite a bit of room, so I don't know if you can kind of pick that up there, but yeah, pretty much can have my hand between my head and the ceiling, so that's not too bad. Definitely do appreciate that. And let's see, one other thing before I do a quick fire up on this, just to show you guys underneath the hood itself. Let's see here. Sure I can. All right, hold on. Okay, so I do have the hood popped open for you guys. You do have the prop rod, but that's okay. It's off to the side, no big deal. You can see what we're looking at here. Now this engine is a 1.6 liter turbocharged GDI 4-cylinder. It's supposed to make 201 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. So not bad. The car weighs a little less than 3,000 pounds from what I understand. So given that kind of figure, this power and torque ratio is actually not too bad at all. See, really nice, clean looking engine. Really looks good. So without further ado, let me do a quick fire up on it so you guys can hear the exhaust, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay folks, gonna fire it up for you now. Alright folks, thank you so much for bearing with me, and I apologize if the video is not 100% perfect. My first time trying to mess with doing any kind of a car review. Like I said, normally I review my figures. If any of you follow along with my channel, you do know that. Mostly my Godzilla and Kaiju figures. But I did want to showcase that, especially I've had the car for a year now. I really do love it. It's been a lot of fun to own. I haven't had to drive much. You know, I usually work out of the home, so I haven't put that many miles on it, but from whatever I have driven of it, it's just a blast. I really enjoy it, and it's been my entry into the more performance-based car world. So hopefully next time around, either I'll get the Hyundai Elantra N or maybe the Nissan Z, and hopefully eventually I'll get my dream car, the Corvette. But for now, I'm certainly a very happy owner of this 2021 Kia Forte GT. So I do thank you guys so much for bearing with me, and I think that pretty much wraps it up for this one, folks. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and nuclear pulse the subscribe button. If you would like to like and or comment on any of my videos, please feel free to do so as well. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, you be good to yourselves, and sayonara.